to Tarot host, Reverend Mary Hawk. With me is Reverend Bryan. And we are here to read tarot and talk a little bit about tarot. Want to thank everyone who is joining us. You can post your questions in chat and we will see them. Or just post and say hi. We love hearing from you. Hope everyone's having a good evening. And Bryan, thank you for joining me. And thank you for covering for me last week.
It was fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hi, Kai. Hi, Alvin. Thanks for tuning in.
Yay.
And hi, Renee. Oh, I see Bryan's got a fan. Kai says you did a great job covering last weekend.
Yeah. Thanks, Kai. Kai and I
And Renee,
also joint co-edit the Corellian Times, so we are a dynamic duo as well.
yes, you are. And Renee wants a general reading. Welcome, Katrina. Before we start reading, let's go over our rules. No legal matters. We're not going to predict the gender of your offspring.
For the possibility of your offspring. We are not doctors or social workers. And we've added an extra one given what's going on in the world that we are not going to predict or look into any sort of wartime stuff. But our thoughts are with everyone across the Middle East.
Yes, indeed.
And with that, now we can sling some cards.
Yes. So we will do a general reading for Renee, who is one of our biggest fans. Kai says,
I hope Renee takes notes when we read. I really wish I did, because we sling a lot of cards for Renee.
We do. Well, they are recorded. They live forever on Facebook and YouTube. We can always go back and look.
Touche.
Hi, Suzanne. Welcome. Kai says she's Bryan's third biggest fan after Elvis and the Significant Other, and we'll add that Elvis is the cat that co-owns Bryan and his significant other.
It's true. I will go first if you like.
You may go first.
All right, Renee. So first card up, the Knight of Swords. I feel like this week for you has been a lot of intense focusing. Where there's a will, there's a way. Then the Page of Swords, which is also, you're doing a lot of thinking and a lot of communicating this week, which has been doing a really good job or you're not done yet. I'm gonna say with the last card, which is the Six of Wands, that either you have already achieved all of your thoughts victoriously, or in the coming next couple days towards the end of the week, you will be victorious in those big brainstorm thoughts you have going on. So keep on keeping on, Renee.
All right. And my first card is the Moon, and can I get the cards up?
That doesn't like your background. It's too busy.
Yeah, my background is there. We go. All right. So here we go. We have the Moon, which we have people attending a ritual in some triptychs. So This is a situation to call on your magic to deal with. The next one I've got is the Nine of Swords. And this is going to indicate a stoppage, a rest time. And then finally, I've got the King of Lamps. And this indicates spiritual mastery. It could also be seen coming to the end of a cycle. So I'm seeing a lot of spiritual, magical energy around you right now, Renee. So whatever your situation is, it is one where you need to employ your magical abilities. And I hope you find that helpful. Katrina wants to know if she is stopping herself.
Oh, Kai was first.
Yes, you were. You've already gone.
Uh, because we both read for Renee and not Kai.
Katrina. Oh, Kai wants a general reading. Yeah,
Right.
I'm sorry, Kai. I didn't see you there.
All right. So Kai and then Katrina. We got this.
Right. We'll get it together.
All right. So Kai, first up, Eight of Pentacles. As always with you, the hustle and grind carries on. Pentacles are material gain, money, and for anyone who knows Kai, they know Kai is always on the hustle. So hustling she will go. However, with the hustle comes the Four of Pentacles, which is about control and stability. So even though you're working hard, you also need some time to play hard. So I would say pause on the hustle and take a little time for yourself. And then the third card I pulled is the Tower, which when I pull the Tower, I think of chaos. So chaos is basically the Tower is saying to balance the hustle and your work hard, play hard, because without both, there will be chaos. So take some time for you this week, Kai.
And hello to Michael.
Hi,
All right.
Michael.
So the first card I've got for you, Kai, is the Lovers. And this is indicating you've got a choice to be made. The next card I've got for you is the Six of Lamps. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck because it represents Lady Chalk Ek on a vision quest meeting one of her spirit guides. And then finally, we have got the Prince of Wands. So, wands are a fiery, passionate suit, and the Prince is associated with air and communication. So, there's something you're passionate about, you need to communicate. So, say your piece with passion, but you might want to meditate on it a bit first. And Amanda wants a reading. Michael, we do not do medical readings, but we do wish your son and his wife the very best.
So we've got Katrina and then Amanda.
Katrina and Amanda. And Michael, you could post a different question.
Yep.
And Kai, I hope you find that helpful. And I will add, join us at pagan.world. Make connections. Check out our ever growing directory of all things pagan. It is free to set up a membership, so please join us.
I'll
And you
let you
can go
go.
ahead
You want me to
if
go?
you're ready.
All right. So, Katrina, the first card is the Ten of Cups. Now, the Ten of Cups is about wholeness and connection, things coming full circle. So, I feel like for your question, could you tell me if I'm stopping myself? I feel like you've closed a chapter and you're starting a new one. So you're not stopping. Think of it as your life as a book. You've completed a chapter and you're going on to the next one. Or maybe you need a pause in between chapters. The second card I pulled is the Empress, which is our, divine feminine, Mother Earth energy. It's about love, creativity. So again, going along those lines of something is ended and now you're starting anew. And the third card I pulled is the Fool, which is that beginning of that new journey. So I would say you are not stopping yourself. You have completed something, some sort of task or something that no longer serves you, and you're going on to the next thing. So you're not stopping yourself, you're evolving and changing and getting ready for your next journey.
Okay, Katrina. So the first card I have for you is the King of Cups. And we can certainly see the king is the end of a cycle with the cups, but he is about being in a good position where you are enjoying what you've achieved. The next card I've got is the Nine of Pentacles.
Bless you.
Excuse me. So cups are around our emotions. So the King of Cups says that emotionally you're in a good place. The Nine of Pentacles says in the material world you're in a good place. And then I've got the Prince of Cups coming up here. And the Prince of Cups is saying it's time to relax and have some fun. I don't think you're stopping yourself. I think you need a break, is the energy I'm getting here. So I hope that's helpful for you, Katrina. And hi, Zebra. We will get to you for a general reading. Hi, Maggie. Good to see you. Now, Bryan and I do not do readings on medical topics. Katrina, I'm glad it was helpful. All right. So we have done Kai, Katrina, and we are up to Amanda for a general reading.
Yep.
And for heaven's sakes, if we miss you, say something.
Please.
Please say something.
Nicely. So we're up to Amanda.
Yes.
All right. First card up for Amanda, Ten of Wands. Um, this card is about duty, responsibility, and obligation. So I feel like you've taken on some new responsibilities, either in your life or in your job. And the second card is the Nine of Pentacles, which makes me feel like it might be in that job world, especially because Pentacles are material gain, money, um, practical application. So that is important to say. So I feel like you've taken on a new obligation, but one that you are ready to take on and handle. This is something that you feel very confident that you're going to be able to achieve for yourself. Um, and the person who gave you this task is also confident that you will succeed, or they wouldn't have given it to you. Now, the Ace of Cups. Now, the cups are traditionally about emotions and love, but they're also about partnership. So, the person who gave you this responsibility, I feel, is someone who has your back. So, don't be afraid in this task to ask for help and guidance if you need it, because they will help you. Oh, look, Elvis is here.
Elvis has entered the building.
You like to say hi? Thank you, little monster. Your turn,
Okay.
Mary.
All right. I wasn't sure if you'd wrapped up or not. Elvis distracted me. All right. So the first card I've got for you, Amanda, is the Ace of Wands. And the aces represent the essence of the suit of wands, which is fiery, passionate. It's about our desires. So you're bringing a lot of energy to the situation. Now, the next card I've got for you is the Princess of Cups. And cups are always about our emotions. And the princess is being a little reserved generally. So there's something you're feeling that you're holding back on expressing. And then the final card I've got for you is the Ten of Cups, which is sometimes called the Happy Family card, but it indicates a very good outcome in the emotional realm. So I'm seeing that as far as your relationship, your family, those matters, things are going very well for you. So I hope you find that helpful, Amanda. Amanda. Okay. Hi, Francesca. Welcome for your first time. Maggie, I'm sorry it keeps freezing on you.
It looks good on us.
Amanda also says hi to Elvis and thank you. You're welcome. And now we are up to a general reading for Zebra.
For who? Oh, okay. I missed that one. Uh-oh. Cards on the floor.
They're jumping tonight.
Um. Well, we might have to pull the backup deck.
Now his cards are running away and hiding, folks.
Yeah. I don't know which one it was either.
That's fun. That's also why I shuffle my cards over my desk.
I was
So
over
I
my
don't,
desk.
so I don't have to crawl underneath my desk.
Well, I'm gonna go off screen here.
All right, Bryan will be right back. He owns many, many decks, so I'm sure he'll be back with another wonderful deck in a minute. Zebra. And I will go ahead and pull 3 cards for you while we're waiting on Bryan. Now, I shuffled this deck quite well, but I do have some repeat cards, and this does happen. So the first card I've got is the 9 of Swords. And this is going to indicate a rest time where you just need to pull back and let things happen. And then the next card I've got is the Princess of Cups. And cups indicates your emotions. And the princess is talking about being restrained about your emotions or not expressing yourself fully. And then finally, I've got the Happy Family card again. So this does mean a good outcome from you in the realm of relationships, friends, and family. And now Bryan has got a backup deck. What deck you got there, Bryan?
Actually, I found the card, but I'm counting. 8, 10,
Well, I'm glad you found it useful, Zebra.
30, 40, 50, 60, 78. Ah,
All right, we're good to go.
it was the High Priestess, by the way. Sorry about that, folks. 'Tis the life of a card slinger.
Now I feel like we need to get you a fancy holster.
I feel like I need to finally get a bigger TV table for out here, but that's a whole other investment. All right. Which I do not have because I'm planning a wedding. Weddings cost money. All right, so the first card that I have is the 6 of Swords. Now, the 6 of Swords is about transition, migration, letting go, leaving a place that no longer serves you. And that is followed up by the 4 of Wands. Now, the 4 of Wands is also about the home and the foundation. So I feel like you've left one place that no longer serves you, and you've gone into a newer environment, something that's more fulfilling and more stable for you. And then the third card is the Hermit. Now, the Hermit is about reflection, shadow work, soul searching. Um, oh, my inner Lord Don really needs me to pull one more card. Yeah, so you've done some leaving or reflecting or friendships and people that no longer serve you, and you're moving into a different sort of environment that will be more beneficial to you. However, spend that time reflecting on what you left behind so that it doesn't cause any further angst or feelings of ill will in your spirit.
And Zebra says she has been doing, or he has been doing, reflection and shadow work.
Oh, look.
Hello, Elvis. And now Francesca would like to know if they will sign a creative contract this month. All righty.
No, we're talking to the people. We're not talking to you. Hella's being well behaved. Why can't you?
Did you forget to feed this poor cat?
No, she gets fed at the end of the show. 10:25 here. If I feed her now, she'll try to tell her father, her other father, that I didn't feed her.
I had a dog that would lie about being fed.
Yeah,
Whenever anyone came home, she would go to the cabinet where we kept the dog food and do her little feed me dance.
yeah. She's gotten 3 cans out of us once and then made herself sick.
Thank you for clarifying that, Zebra. I appreciate it.
You are quite the personality here this evening, Elvis. All right, so Francesca. So the first card I pulled, Francesca, is the Seven of Wands, which is about challenge. Um, so I will say that to start off with, your contract will happen. However, there will be some negotiation, some give and take on both sides, both parties. There might be something you don't like, something they don't like, something that needs to be hashed out and communicated better. And when it comes to that, trust your intuition and do not give up things that you are not willing to give up. If it's a no in your head from the jump, keep it that way. And I would say moving forward with the hermit, also doing that reflection on what are your red lights, yellow lights, and green lights? What are you willing to bend on? What are you not willing to bend on before you sign that contract? That's all I
All
got, Miss
right.
Mary.
So the first card I've got for you is the Prince of Pentacles. And it this card represents slow and steady progress. So this would say the contract is coming. We've got the Seven of Swords, which, similar to the Seven of Wands, indicates that there is going to be some conflict here and perhaps a bit of an uphill battle. So, when you are negotiating the contract, decide up front what is non negotiable, like Bryan said. Decide what you must have and even be willing to stand up. Thank you for your time. This isn't going to work, and start to walk. And then finally, we've got the Six of Pentacles, which is indicating you're going to get some help from an unexpected source. So someone else may be intervening on your behalf in this matter. So I hope you find that helpful. Oh, we got to share what Kai just posted. Kai says we had to buy a dry erase board because the cat would make 4 people feed her. It simply read, "Feed the damned cat at," and we would put the time in.
Funnily enough, the cat attacked the board and it ended up behind the fridge somehow. Damn cats, those are smart. Yes, Elvis is also one smart fuzzy monster.
Yes. Well, I'm glad that was helpful for you, Francesca, and we wish you all the best with your upcoming contract. Does anybody else have a question for us?
Well, Mary, well, we're waiting for some people. As you know, I work with veterans and we are going into the beginning of veteran busy season. So,
Yeah.
I would like a reading on how successful I will be at growing our presence for my organization at the local New York City Veterans Day parade this year.
Okay, so you're trying to get more people to march with you?
Yes, more human interaction than we have had previously in previous years.
You gotta give them chocolate for showing up, man.
Oh, we give them food. We give them good food. We have a caterer who makes really good brisket.
All right.
New York City knows food. While Mary pulls some cards, we should also congratulate Mary on another successful Nashville Pagan Pride last weekend. Claps for
Thank
Mary.
our final total was 1,222 people.
Whoop whoop.
So our first card is the Ace of Swords, which is counseling you to take action.
Doing that. Check.
Then we've got the Seven of Cups, which I'm not. Yeah, we may wind up pulling another card here, but
There are
you
choices to
have
be
some
made. Got it. Okay.
what?
Well,
What did you
Seven
just?
of Cups is the way I see it. All the cups, and you pick your poison. So who do I want to
Then
talk to?
then we've got the Tower.
Yay, chaos.
And then finally I've got the Three of Cups, which
Party
means it's all
time.
going to come out right in the end.
Always does.
So, you're going to grow your attendance, but you're going to have to make a choice. And when it comes to you, pick something. Don't dither, just do it.
Sounds good to
And
me.
it's going to go all chaotic for a bit and just hold steady.
Yes, ma'am.
And it'll all come out right in the end.
Oh,
And you'll have your brisket party.
oh, Michael asked on the parade, are there sponsors? So the New York City Veterans Day parade is a big to do. It's New York City. Um, there are sponsors, and it's even in New York City. It's even televised on TV by the local ABC affiliate here in New York City. So yes, there are sponsors. The weird part about it is they have a rule, obviously, that 75% of your contingent has to be veterans. So I have to get creative because I work with older adult veterans, so they really can't be marching or should not be marching. Or telling them they shouldn't be marching is a thing. So, you know, getting creative.
Can
As you
you
said.
stick them in the back of a pickup?
Oh, that's pretty much what we're probably going to be doing. So they can all work on their military princess waves. Floats cost a lot of money, Mike, and that's the problem. Is my program gets a very small budget, and a float is not in my budget. I wish it was.
Rent a trailer and throw some hay bales on it? Well, I have access to hay bales. You probably don't.
Oh, we do in Jersey. All right. Thank you so much,
Hmm.
Mary.
You're welcome. Around here, people are spray painting hay bales, the round ones to look like black with the spider's face and sticking black pool noodles in them to be legs.
That's pretty cool.
It is. So, does anybody else have a question for us? And again, I'll just remind you, go to our website at pagan.world, sign up for a free membership, check out our directory, check out our videos. We have a lot of interesting things going on there. Also have information on the Psychic Academy and Witch College.
Can't believe I lost a card for 30 seconds this evening. Not that I don't have a plethora. I have decks sitting right next to me, too, so.
Yes.
Last week, I pulled one of the Samhain cards for the collective. Shall I do another one?
Please pull a Samhain card for the collective.
I wish they would release the rest of the series, so I had all 8, so I could pull one for the northern and southern hemisphere, respectively. But it is what it is. All right. Oh, and for those who don't know, it's the season of the witch Samhain Oracle. And the card for this evening is the Dark Moon, number 13. Look at that. On the eve of Friday the 13th. In the dark of your heart lives a new breath, waiting for you to release its ghost. So let's see what the book says for this one. New beginnings and letting go. Well, that is usually the theme for a new moon, and with tomorrow being Friday the 13th and Saturday being a lunar eclipse, so it would be a good time for everyone to do that.
Yes. Saturday, well, Friday night into Saturday is also the coming of age ceremony for my grandson Alex.
Ooh.
It is at a heathen event, so Alex has to start the fire the old flint and steel way, and tend it all night Friday night. And then we do a ceremony in the morning.
If they live.
I'm sorry, Bryan?
If they live through the night.
Yes. Oh, come on, this is my grandkid.
So they'll have coffee.
Oh, this kid runs a monster. What are you talking about?
Even better.
So I have commissioned to give to him, because I'm one of his sponsors, a leather cuff bracelet with the Othala rune, the one for ancestors.
Ooh. Where are they building this fire? Well, I mean, you live in a place where I guess you're allowed to set fire wherever the hell you want, so.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Depending on the time and the place and where you are. And there are restrictions, but it's the camping event is held on private property of a heathen, and there are fire pits.
Okay.
Like, I can put a fire pit in my backyard. I just haven't done so yet.
You'll get there eventually.
But even then, burning could be restricted if we're having dry weather.
Okay. Cool.
Magical Mermaid says, I feel like tomorrow is going to be a wild night. I used to live in Michigan where they have Devil's Night. What is Devil's Night, Magical Mermaid?
Oh, so Devil's Night is like it's like Mischief Night. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh, I have.
it's similar to that. There was some issues with it. Um, but Devil's Night is usually on October 30th and not on Friday the 13th. Um, because Devil's Night and Mischief Night have very similar connotations.
Okay.
So the thing about Friday the 13th that they do here in New York City is a lot of the tattoo parlors do a Friday the 13th tattoo special.
Okay. So everyone's lined up for a cheap tattoo.
Oh yeah, you could get I have a Friday the 13th tattoo. It was $13. It's about 2 inches by 2 inches. It's a
Oh,
salt and pepper shaker with the number 13 on it.
all right. Well, one other announcement I want to make. Saturday, October 28th, Reverend Don Lewis will be leading a Samhain ritual called An Evening with the Ancestors. It'll be at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. You can definitely watch it on our pagan.world site. We'll also be streaming to pagan.world on Facebook and YouTube, and likely whatever channel you're watching this show on. So please make your plans to join us there. And if nobody else has any other questions for us, we can go ahead and close down for the evening. Bryan and I will be back next Thursday for another episode of Tarot Thursday. Want to thank all of y'all for hanging out with us and giving us feedback on readings. It's so great to hear that we've been helpful. And Bryan, thank you so much for hanging out and reading with me.
Of course.
All right. Well, everyone, you have a great evening and blessed be.